If you're looking for resources to continue to develop your leadership skills, there's a wonderful, well-known model that can help guide your way. The model is called 70-20-10. And what this model suggests is that 70% of our development and learning as leaders should come through experiential learning, 20% should come through social learning, and 10% should come through formal learning. Let me explain each of these three elements, and we'll start from the bottom up with the 10%. So in the 70-20-10 model, the 10% is formal learning. And formal learning is what we usually think of when we think of school or classroom type learning. So the 10% of leadership development learning would focus on things like going to leadership workshops, webinars, leadership conferences, and would also include another element of formal learning, which is reading leadership books or leadership articles. The 20 in the 70-20-10 model says that 20% of our learning as leaders should come through social learning, that is, learning through other people. And this could simply be having discussions or conversations with other leaders, talking about things that work in their leadership, things that don't work, and learning that way. It could also include things like hiring a leadership coach and engaging in the coaching process as part of your leadership development. Or, as many leaders do, social learning might also involve finding a mentor and developing a mentoring relationship with a senior leader or seasoned leader that you can learn from. And the final chunk, the big chunk, the 70% in the model, says that 70% of our learning as leaders should come through experiential learning. That is, learning through experience in real time. So for example, some organizations will have things like simulation events for leaders, or they'll do assessment centers. These are practicums, if you will, that give leaders a chance to experience and grow their leadership skill through these exercises. But even on a more simple level, even day to day, we can experience and use experiential learning in our leadership simply by focusing on certain skills we want to develop as leaders, like becoming a better listener or being better at communicating clear direction. And we can practice these things in real time as we lead day in and day out. One other thought in terms of experiential learning is taking on stretch projects. So for example, maybe you volunteer to lead a cross-functional project team in your organization and use that experience as a way to continuously learn and develop your leadership skill. So there you have it, a simple model, 70-20-10, that helps guide us and gives us direction and ideas for the different ways that we can learn and develop as leaders. See you next time.